everyone, welcome to Room 120 News, your place to find out everything that's going on in our school and in our classroom this week. Just a reminder that our school hours have changed. The tardy bell now rings at 7:40, and students are not dismissed from class until 2:35. So just please be aware of those time changes for drop-off and pickup. Our schedule has changed slightly. The biggest change in our schedule is we moved foundations to the end of the day, and we moved science and social studies to the very beginning of the day. So please refrain from checking your child out early from school if at all possible, because they will be missing that foundations instruction. So if at all possible, it would be amazing if you could just try to leave them in school until 2:35. Please be sure that you're checking and signing the homework contract nightly. That does have some important information on it, important dates that are coming up. It also tells you what lesson we're working on in Eureka so that you can do the appropriate homework in the homework book if you're choosing to do so. This week, I'm going to begin sending home completed work. I send home completed work from the previous week on the next Monday, typically. And so this year, I've started something new. And students are turning in their work into one of three bins. So they're turning it into a red bin if they feel like they didn't understand the assignment, a green bin if they kind of understood the assignment and had a few questions, and then they're turning it into a blue bin if they felt like they did great and had no problems with the assessment or the assignment. So you may see at the top of every paper like a red, green, or blue mark. That is for you to know what your child felt or how your child felt they did on that particular assignment. And that is for me to know while I'm checking it who needs some more support or who identified themselves that they may need some more support in one particular area. So if you see those marks on the corner, that's what that is. I didn't want you to be alarmed about anything, and so that's why I'm telling you about it. So just a reminder that there are some at-home resources for foundations that you can be working on. There's an at-home link that will be in Todd Times that you can click on and print or either work on from a device on what we're currently working on in Unit 1. And on the back of your child's folder last week on Tuesday, we put trick words for the entire year, all 17 foundations units. And so you can always be reviewing those. Reading, writing, spelling, all of those trick words. For Eureka, your child should have come home with the launch, the land maybe? I can't remember what the book's called. One of the books from Eureka, and they're divided up by lessons. It gives you an at-home resource and then a practice page. You can find what lesson would be most appropriate for your child to do on the homework contract next to that day. And that is a completely optional homework assignment. You do not have to rip it out and send it back. If you do, I'm going to check it and send it right back to you. So you're welcome to send it, but you do not have to. Another thing that's on the homework contract that has caused not a little confusion, but just a little bit of questioning is how to study addition facts. And so my biggest recommendation for you would be to just print off addition fact sheets from online, or Dollar Tree always has like flashcards with all the addition facts on them, and so that's a great resource for only $1.25. So that would be my two suggestions, probably more leaning to the Dollar Tree flashcards if you're able to do so. Up next is Looking Ahead, where you will find out everything that's going to happen in the future of our school and in our classroom. Just a reminder to mark your calendars for Wednesday, September the 20th, as it is Fall Picture Day. These are the pictures that go into the yearbook, so please make sure that your child is present and on time for Picture Day that day. Also mark your calendars for September the 29th, as the first progress reports will be coming home, and sometime right around that time, there will also be a sign-up for beginning of the year conferences, parent-teacher conferences, so be looking out for that sign-up coming up around the end of September as well. Up next is Curriculum Corner, where you will find out all the things that your child will be learning in the classroom this week. This week in math, our UNCW intern, Miss Stewart, will be taking over the subject. I will still be in the room supporting students and supporting her, but she will be teaching the topic B of Eureka Math in Unit 1, which is all about measurement. So students will be exploring the the metric measuring system with centimeters and meters. They'll be measuring various objects around our classroom in both centimeters and meters. In Foundations, we're continuing Unit 1, which is closed syllables and also some other spelling rules. So students will have one more week of that instruction before the unit assessment next week. In Reading, we're beginning Module 0 of our new reading curriculum, Wit and Wisdom. So students will be learning about some of the routines and procedures that they're going to do this year in Wit and Wisdom reading instruction, in addition to reading a book called Wild About Books. And finally, in social studies, we're going to be talking about government and important documents. All we're going to be talking about with government is like how our government helps us and how it helps our community and how important documents give people certain rights and freedoms. So take a pump on the brakes. It's nothing really political or anything controversial. It's simply just how our government helps our communities thrive and succeed. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. If not, we'll see you right back here next week for another episode of Room 120 News.